don't belong in my world, Bella.
I belong with you.
This is the last time you'll ever see me. Please just promise me you won't do anything reckless.
Team Jacob gets a really huge push in this film. Is that weird to sort of be sharing the leading man spotlight now?
After Twilight exploded and I realized when the sequel comes out I have very little responsibility for the film. Like, it's and I just have kind of two sequences to concentrate on. It was kind of a relief. And also Taylor had been preparing for the part for a year as well, so he was kind of ready to do it as well, so it was a nice little transition.
I know what he did to you. But Bella, I won't ever hurt you. I promise.
So you never take the Team Jacob, Team Edward thing personally?
No, I've always been on Team Jacob. I mean, even after I read the book, so it's kind of, I guess I kind of related to Jacob a little bit more than I related to Edward. I don't like relationships that are all kind of, that, you know, all my friends who I've seen who have a relationship where it ends up, everything else starts fading away from their lives and they become so kind of entwined with each other all the time. It's generally pretty unhealthy.
Oh, Edward, he thinks you're dead.
What?
He's going to the Volturi. He wants to die too.
Which fight scene was more intense, the fight scene with James or with the Volturi?
It was easier to shoot the fight scene with the Volturi. The fight scene with James was so, like, because it was the first thing I shot in Twilight, and so I was trying to establish the whole character in a fight scene as well, and I was getting so, like, frustrated with everything. Shooting the scene with the Volturi, everything was kind of, it was so, I was on such a similar page to Chris about how we should do it that it was really easy.
A lot of your filming, you mentioned that it was more by yourself. It was Bella's mind and all that stuff. How is filming this movie different from filming Twilight for you?
The main thing was there were so many different pressures in Twilight. Like, you know, people didn't really know who we were making the movie for, and you know how big it was going to be, whether it was an indie movie, whether it was, you know, a big blockbuster. Or, it was so kind of, it was really like flying in the dark, I guess. And yeah, I guess the difference in New Moon, it was just kind of, it's nice to not, it's nice to have kind of, I guess in a way, foresight as to how it's going to be received.